Hello and welcome to episode 8 of this series. In this episode, I am going to show you how you can add a new patient using the API, the endpoint that we're going to create, and the patients page. So inside of our controller, right now we've got two endpoints. One to receive all of the patients, one to get one specific patient using the ID. I'm going to create a post endpoint as well that is going to take a patient and then add it to the list that we maintain here. So that's going to be a post endpoint. We're going to be able to send a post request to this endpoint, as I told you, to get a patient, converted, to get a patient from the request body, and then insert it into the list we have here. So this is the endpoint we're going to create. It's going to return an action result of type post. Of type patient. It's going to receive a patient as input parameter. We're going to set the ID based on the number of patients we have inside of that list. We're going to add it to the list, and we're going to return created at action using the get endpoint and the ID of this newly inserted patient, and then the patient itself. So this is the post endpoint that our controller is going to provide. Now, from our patients page here, we're going to add, some code here inside of the template to allow the user to fill out some, input elements on the form, and then send them to the, backend API so that the patient is inserted into the list of patients that we have inside of the controller. So I'm going to create a heading tag, a div element, a label for full name. The input is going to be bound using two-way data binding to the full name property of an object called new patient that I'm going to create in a minute. The next one is going to be for date of birth. The next one is going to be for gender. For gender, we're going to render a select element with two options, male and female. And then another input for contact number. And of course, we're going to have a button to invoke the add patient function. So this is it. This is the update we have made to the template. Now, in terms of the logic, we're going to add some code to the code block that we have here. So we're going to create this patient object, this new patient object, and then we're going to create this add patient method. We're going to do some simple validation for the full name of the patient, and then we're going to send a post request to our endpoint. And then if response is success, we're going to create this created patient, read the patient, and then if the created patient is not null, we're going to add that to the list. Otherwise, we're going to add some error handling if required. So this is the next piece of code that we have added. So we've got this list of patients here. And of course, whenever we add a new patient, we want to update that list as well. So we are going to first check whether the full name is white or null, white space or null. If it is not, we're going to send the patient to our backend API using a post request. And if we get a success status code, we are going to read the response of that response body. And then if created at patient is not null, means the API has returned something, we're going to add that something, which is a patient, to our patients list. And then that patients list is going to update the UI of the application as well. And then we're going to reset the new patient. If you remember from our patient controller, whenever the post request is complete, it's going to return a patient. So basically the patient that we have added. So that is why here, inside of this add patient, we are getting whatever the API returns, and we're checking it and then adding it to the list of patients. So I can get this one and move it, for example, here, clean up here a little bit. And then what I am going to do is to run the code to see if it works. So now I'm seeing, 2 patients here, right? And then I can go ahead and add a new patient. And I'm going to add some, contact number. I'm going to add the patient. The patient is added to that list. The UI is updated. And now I can navigate to this details page and see, this patient's details. So we have added the, create operation from the CRUD operations, create, read, update, delete as well. I'm going to wrap up this video here and continue in the next one.